Hi, I'm Brad Robinson, and you're listening to Healing Broken Trust. I have a brief announcement to make. We are offering workshops now, and if you are not interested in learning about workshops, feel free to listen to some of our other episodes, because today I'm only going to talk about our new workshops that we're offering. And so if that's not something you're interested in, please go look at our other content. We believe it'll be helpful for you. Basically, Morgan and I have been doing workshops. That's one of the positive changes that has happened for us since in the year 2021. This year, on a personal note, Morgan's parents moved to Florida. My parents passed away. My mother had cancer, so we knew that was going to come. And then my stepfather of 27 years had a sudden heart attack about 16 days after my mother passed away, and passed away. And so that's one of the big changes for us. We now have 3 kids as well. Since we've done our last podcast episode, we have Luke, who is 6, Brenna, who is soon to be 3, and we have Aaron, who's a little over 1. And so Aaron is our pandemic baby. We got pregnant with him during the pandemic and had him during the pandemic. And so he's our little blessing baby. But yes, we are doing workshops, and they have been extremely positive. And so I just want to kind of go through some surveys with you of people who've come to the workshop, what they got out of it, and then I want to tell you what we cover at the workshops. And so one of the surveys I have here from somebody who attended the workshop said, we had a lot of breakthroughs, and we have a better understanding of each other, and we were able to accomplish all of this without going into our negative cycle. They felt like they were also finally able to get into why. They understood why the affair happened after the workshop. So that's awesome. They said if they were to we asked, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about coming to the workshop? They said, do it. You won't regret it. And they said before they came to the workshop, they would put their marriage on at a 4 before coming, and now they feel like they're at an 8. So that's awesome. Somebody else said, I think taking the time, the weekend, to be together and focus on us has been very important to me. Life gets very busy, and so the time away for us was very important. I loved hearing other people's stories. We had a lot of people there who've healed from an affair, who shared their stories, and so it wasn't just me talking the whole time. This person also said, in response to what would you say to someone who's on the fence about coming to the workshop, they said, get your ass there. So this person was really excited to recommend the workshop. I have another survey. This person is saying, definitely go. We have spent tons of time, energy, and tears trying traditional therapy, marriage counseling, and self-study for 9 months since D-Day. This has moved the needle for us. So that's awesome to hear. I had also somebody contact us the day after the workshop who said they really experienced a lot of breakthroughs. So I loved hearing that. That made my day hearing that. Somebody else said in their surveys that on the most basic level, it put me and my spouse in the same place to focus on us without distractions. And that's really important, because usually somebody listens to the podcast and then their spouse doesn't, or maybe they share a few episodes, but we're both able to be in the same place at the same time to hear the same information and work from the same playbook. This person said, just come to the workshop, just do it, it's worth it, it provides valuable information and hope. This person says this workshop is a safe and non-judgmental program to help both partners learn, express their desires, and improve cooperative decision-making. That is really cool. So some of the things that we cover at the workshop are negative cycles. We talk about how to get out of them, and we approach the negative cycles from different angles. We don't just cover it the way that we've already talked about it on the podcast. We include that, but we also go deeper into other ways to work through negative cycles that we haven't covered on the podcast. We get into the Healing Broken Trust Triangle, which is something that's brand new that we haven't talked about on the podcast. And we also get into the daily things that should be happening once there's been an affair. And we also talk about weekly things that should be happening once there's been an affair. And we talk about how to get into positive cycles. We talk about how to really address these major wounds and injuries. And we talk about how to really have a bonding event. And we guide couples through these different things and things that we can do to help us feel better ourselves individually. And we hear from a lot of different couples who've worked through an affair. We hear from some individuals what they have done to start feeling better right away and immediately start to see improvement. And we're able to interact with what I call unicorns, people who have healed from an affair, and get their input, their ideas, and interact with them, touch them, talk to them. How did you do it? And not just hear from me, but hear from other people. And so those are some of the things that we cover. We go into a lot more. It's pretty in-depth. You can find out more at healingbrokentrust.com. I will mention, though, that this workshop is not for everybody. It's really for couples who both are either on the fence about healing or who want to heal. It's not for somebody who's already made up their mind and who wants to divorce and is only coming to a workshop like this to appease their spouse, thinking that it will make the divorce process easier. So it's not for you if you're in that camp. You're not going to learn how to have a peaceful divorce. You're not going to learn how to co-parent. It's not that kind of workshop. There's other places that do that much better than I'm able to do it. This is really about, I am wanting to heal. I think I want to work on our marriage. Maybe I'm on the fence about healing and I want to learn more about it, or I'm totally in and I want to heal. If that's where you're at, this is for you. But if you're in a place where you're dead set on divorcing, this is not that kind of workshop. And if you're looking for information on how to peacefully break up, this is not that kind of workshop. And so I want to invite you to come. I think you're going to have a great time. I think you're going to have some breakthroughs. So the people who are coming are leaving transformed. I want you to be the next one. So please visit us online at healingbrokentrust.com. You can learn more, and I look forward to seeing you at our next workshop.